I'm not sure because I'm having technical difficulties. My PC isn't working right now, or well, my monitor of my PC isn't, so I'm on my laptop. Supposedly I'm live. The internet can totally see you now. Cool. It says that the stream is still offline though. I don't know what's happening. Okay, I'm just gonna say on the forum that I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna stream the tower right now. Same link as always. Right. So for anyone that's watching, the tower in Digimon Heroes just came. Yeah, the beta just came live. So I haven't really had a look at it. Let's see. So this is apparently the leaderboard. It's only open for a couple of days. Someone is already in tier 6? Jesus. It should be open like for half an hour maybe. Damn. See, I haven't done any battles. And I don't know how far I can go. Oh, it's loading long again. Maybe because of the tower, the servers are having issues again. I said sorry. Sorry for being late. No problem. You're not actually late. I just started. Wanted list. Defeat this Digimon to win a special reward in tier 1. Okay, so you can get batteries, gold floppies, and FP. I'm not really interested in the gold floppies, but batteries are seriously nice. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, and I've spent 55 energy to start. And then I will use my PvP attacking team because that's the highest defense I've got. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to change it slightly. Hang on, I'm going to just change my team. Belial Femdemon I want to replace with Shakamon because I think Shakamon will actually be useful in the tower, while in PvP it's not. Shakamon, I could also possibly replace Shakamon with. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Replace it with Apollomon because then I have all 9 and +2. Yeah. So I think this is the best team I can do for now. I'm not sure yet because I haven't actually tested it, but this is the highest defense with all 9 and +2 that I can get. It would be better if I didn't have Dukemon as a leader because then I could use this all 9 a turn earlier, but we'll see how I manage. I'm actually excited for this. So this is battle 1. Oh, actually that one is cool. I haven't seen that one before, I think. So we're starting with some yellow and a wild combo. I hope you can actually hear me, guys, because I have a different setup right now. And I don't know how it works and stuff. So let me know if you can hear me. I'll also type it in the chat. Yeah, hype, says Palm. I'm super hyped for this. And let's just see. It doesn't seem like you can get rewards from this, but I'm not sure. It's super easy right now, but that's obvious because we're at a tier 1 battle 1, so Pound says yes, and Shy says it will be a long stream. Probably, but I kind of made a mistake. I'm sitting in a place in my house, or my parents' house rather, where I will have to move in a bit. So I should have sit somewhere else, but my desk was completely full because I have a laptop there running some scripts, and I have my PC there and everything. Shy says I'm in tier 3. Congrats. I'm gonna do next battle. Oh, I got 100, 220, 320? Why is that so slow? Why isn't that faster? I kinda wanna just do next battle. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. You probably still get all your rewards, right? Okay, I don't know why it says hatching, but yeah, that's something that's in the entire app. It's kind of weird. Let's see how far we can get, though. I'm so excited for this. Oh my god. I hope the sound from my clicking isn't too bad, but I'm using my laptop right now instead of my PC, as I just mentioned twice, I think. So, ooh, Lopmon. Cute. Kawaii! Or is that? No, that's not Lopmon, that's the other one. Terriermon or something. So cute though. Come on. Okay, I will have to use my mouse button. That's kind of weird. I thought I could just tap my, well, whatever. I could possibly also attach my, Steam controller and then use that instead, because then you won't hear it, but it's kind of, yeah, kind of weird and kind of wonky to use. Hey, the skill cooldown reset after every stage. That is stupid. I thought that would, yeah, that's kind of stupid. I don't like that. I thought you would just, go on. But okay. Yeah, I don't care, whatever. So this is battle 3. Let's do this one first. Why not? Okay. So far it's really easy, but that's to be expected. At a higher point it will obviously be harder than PvP, probably. But we'll have to see. I can't make too many predictions. The prediction I made about skill cooldown being lower if you start at a lower tier and then go up. I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, some predictions I made in the past were already proven wrong now. Already. Yeah, I don't know though. We'll have to see. I don't want to say too much and then find out that it is better than I thought it was later. So we'll just have to see. This probably takes them all out. Yes, and then I have 9 and 2 for this round. And then next turn I'll use Shaka and Penguin. Daipen, yeah. So then Daipen will take out one of them. Then Shaka skill will make Daipen skill be able to be used again to take out another one. And then we'll do a green combo. See, Shaka is actually useful here. DGK says, hello peeps. Hello DGK. Oh, I forgot to mention in the Discord channel that we are live. Sorry guys, I forgot. How well are you doing, DGK? 12, okay. Kinda wanna know what the... Yeah, what that how do you call that? That wanted list thing, how that works. Probably for everyone you collect you get a random item, probably, right? I don't know for sure, but that's what I would assume. Let's aim at him because he'll attack next turn. I'm assuming me humming a song doesn't, infringe copyright. Shai is already tier 4. Gee. I was just downstairs for a bit talking to my mom, and I come upstairs and suddenly it's open. And I have to start a stream and do a battle. Well, actually I should be editing and rendering videos for, the new podcast episode, but I guess that'll be on hold for now. Yeah, I'm sorry, what's your face? Citrus? Jesus, how can I forget his name? I kind of promised that I would try to get it done by tomorrow. But I guess it's gonna be probably the day after tomorrow that the new episode's released. Partly because of the stream, but also partly because my PC had issues. Digicase's wildcard generators every turn after second turn. Oh my god. I hate you. I don't actually hate you, but I do. Kind of. Let's do that. Right. Wild attacks. Alright. And then here we use Diamond twice. Make I don't know what is a good combo. I'd make a healing combo for no apparent reason. Palm says not even own a good 9+2 combo. Yeah, what is a good 9+2? Well, I of course use Apollomon and Dukemon, but both are officially Cashmons. I got them from PvP, obviously. Oh, oh, that's nice. Gold Ignats. I mean, it's not great, but 19 out of 20. That's kind of cool. Yeah, what? I don't actually know what a good 9+2 would be free to play. I'm sorry, I can't really help you there. I would want to, but I don't really know. If you got him, Platinum Numamon is okay. Stat-wise, he's not great, but he's okay. What else do we have? Yeah, the Garamon, so obviously a good +2. When it comes to all 9, I really don't know. Oh yeah, Blitzmon, of course, is all 9. Sanomon has +2 as leader skill, I believe, but it's better to have it as a main skill. Bomb has some, but hasn't leveled them. Yeah, that's a different story. That's not the information you gave me just now. Alright, that's another victory. So when is this gonna get hard? And why can't I see how far I am? Oh, that's tier 2, battle 2. Okay. Okay. Problem is my PvE experience is slow. Yeah, okay. I find my team to be quite slow as well. Although this team I'm using right now is actually pretty okayly fast because of the all-9 and +2. Although I'm missing Chuckmon's skill right now, which is kind of... It's nice. It's not great, but it's nice. Especially in lower tiers, it should be pretty nice because it can take out all the enemies at once. Same as I'm doing with Dukemon after 5 turns. But yeah, that would save me another round, basically. Guys, it's still easy here, and you are at tier 3. Yeah, I'm assuming around tier, what, 4, 5, 6-ish, it should get harder. But that's an assumption. And it also, of course, depends on your team. I'm assuming that with my team. I don't know what your guys' team is. I think Shy's team is pretty, strength-wise, pretty similar to mine. But I don't know that for sure. I mean, you got higher in PvP than I did last time, I think. But that's also partly because of the amount of crowns used. I believe you got higher in PvP. I'm not actually sure about that. I'm not sure about anything right now. I'm kind of confused. Today was stupid. Today didn't go as planned. At all. The case is I'm using 2 Digimon with 2 limit breaks. Oh my god. Oh, but you are using Cashmon, so those are probably still relatively strong. And Palm says, I love El Doradimon's derpy smile. I haven't actually looked at his art all that much. I looked at their stats, but wasn't too interested. Although defense of Eldorado is really good. And what is the other one? The Seek Greymon is also pretty good. Shark says it's still easy here. My defense is 3-3-6-3. I think my defense is slightly higher, but I can't check right now, obviously, because I'm in a battle. And GGK says the 2 limit break Digimon he's using is Loin and Jupiter. Well, yeah, okay. Then it's just, you know, loads of wild cards just spamming. Yeah, I guess that would be great. Light Dragoon says, what do you use to play DH on computer? I would love to save my phone battery. Well, again, I'm using Memu, which is an Android emulator. And that is pretty much the best option out there. Droid4X is pretty good. And what else was pretty good? There was another one that was pretty good. Oh no, BlueStacks is also out there, but BlueStacks isn't that great. I wouldn't advise to use BlueStacks, honestly. So Memu or Droid4X. I'm using Memu currently. That's probably what I'll keep using for a while. Yeah. I actually added Agumon Hakusei in my screen, but I don't have my ID and my IGN in the screen right now because I'm obviously on another computer and I didn't really have much time to set all this up. Because I was planning on doing it earlier, but I just didn't. So I just now did it, and I figured I'd put Agumon Hakusei in there. I like him. Yeah, so that's cool. And maybe I'll get some other images ready for when people, you know, want to. I don't know. Oh, jeez, that was not what I wanted. Want to like Skype with me while I'm streaming or something. Then I can, you know, talk to them and then have their image in the screen as well. For example, I could have a Gamamon ready for when Citrus wants to talk to me while streaming, which you know would be interesting. Or we may actually do that. He said he was interested in doing that as well. Maybe also stream together, although that's kind of, you know, something that we have to figure out how we would do that. You know, like having both of our streams in the screen at the same time. Should theoretically be possible, but wouldn't know exactly how. I have some ideas about how to do it, but we have to test if it works well. So yeah, that's something that might happen. Right, now I'll use Dukemon. Oops. Dukemon. So this round we win as well. Right, now we'll use Typemon, Shakamon, Typemon. I'll just do this. Then I guess I'll do this because I have more greens. Palm says Agumon Hakusei was my first bursted mon. I actually haven't bursted my Agumon Hakusei because it's kind of a waste. I kind of want to do it because I like Agumon Hakusei, but it's also kind of a waste, so I don't know. Light Raccoon 88 says Grey Knight's mon was my first fully bursted mon. To be honest, I don't actually know what my first burst limit broken mon was. Because it's been a while, to be honest. The first I wanted to do was Agumon Hakusei, but I didn't do it in the end. And I won. I forgot that Digimon would do damage. So I wanted to do 9+2, but whatever. So I don't really remember what it was anymore. Two bronze floppies? Oh, great. Is that for unlocking the tier? Yeah, okay. So for the first tier we got two. For the first tier we got two gold ignits, and then for this tier we got two bronze floppies. I think then the first tier was actually a better reward. I'm gonna do this one. Probably still, barely any damage from those, but just to be sure. Guy says that F5 is still easy for him. Since our defense is pretty much the same it's in the area of each other, near each other. I'm assuming that it will be easy for me too at that point. But I can't guarantee anything, of course. So far, it hasn't really been entertaining, to be quite honest. I mean, there has to be a challenge, Oh, I have to sit differently for a bit. I hope that wasn't too disturbing. The sounds that it made. But yeah, anyway, I was talking to Citrus yesterday, which is actually a part of the podcast, but I can spoil a bit. How he wants there to be auto battle, and I'm against auto battle. Although when I see things like this, then this is just boring. And auto battle it's just a grind, So auto battle could be interesting here, but not the entire tower. Just up to a certain point, depending on maybe your level or on your total defense, or I don't know, depending on some variables. And then auto battle until a certain point. That could possibly be interesting, because this is just grinding, and grinding is never fun. Oh my god, 2 skill already. But yeah, I don't know. It's a new thing, so to immediately add auto battle is also kind of weird. That's basically the developer saying, yeah, this part of the game is crappy, so here you have an easier way to solve that problem, and have fun not doing anything, basically. So from a developer's perspective, I also think it's kind of admitting your defeat, which you shouldn't do at this point because it's new. But as I said, so far this gameplay hasn't really been interesting. Let's make a bad combo, because then I can use Digimon and use the wild combo next turn. And then the turn after that I can use Digimon and I've won. Yep. Alright. Next battle. I like how you can decide yourself whether you want to leave or not. But on the other hand, I would never leave then, I think. Why would you ever leave? What would be a reason to... Well, being bored is a reason to leave, but apart from that, do you guys know of a valid reason to leave? Oh my god, I've already been streaming for half an hour? Okay, so this part of the game really takes a lot of time. Yeah, well, it's obvious. It's an infinite tower. I don't know how infinite it really is. It probably has like 10, 20 tiers, I'm assuming. I haven't actually read the forums yet to see how many people are actually in the beta, but this is still the beta. Light Dragoon says, who would you like to see appear in the tower? It doesn't really matter who appears in the tower. I don't really care, as long as the gameplay is interesting. And DJK says, I'm a tier 6 and hardly ever been hit. Yeah, but your team is a cash team and has way higher defense than mine, so I can't really use that to compare with anything, So it's cool that you have an easy time, but it doesn't tell me anything. I can't compare it to anything because I don't understand your team and gameplay. Basically, you know what? I'll use Dukemon, and then I'll use Apollo. That wasn't the best thing I could have done, but I'm winning anyway, so I don't really care. Yeah, and your wild generators, whatever. I don't have wildcard generators. I just have 9+2 once every 5 turns. Which still is kind of strong. I should have just done that one, the wild combo, but I guess I'll make a shit combo. And then next turn I'll use Daipen, and then after that I'll use a wild combo. Palm says all Digimon World 2003 BK bosses. That's what I would like to see. Actually, I would like to see a boss, because so far it's been, just random Digimon. But like having, for example, at the end of tier 1, having a low-end boss like Devimon would be cool, then progress to, I don't know, Myotismon or something, and then go to higher and higher tier boss Digimon in the series, for example. That would actually kind of be interesting. But it wouldn't actually add much, so it's not that interesting. It's kind of an interesting thing. Yeah, let's do that. Right. Uh, are you guys enjoying this? The tower? I'm actually interested in that because I don't want to say I'm not enjoying it, but it is kind of boring, kind of grindy. So let me know what you guys think. Is it entertaining? Are there things you would change right now? Does it need to be harder, for example? Should the developers, uh, make maybe the difficulty scale with the defense of a team or something? I mean, obviously it gets harder when you progress through it as well, but I've been playing for almost half an hour, and so far it's just boring. GK says we're sharing the same feelings of boredom. Right, so it's not just me. That's at least a good thing to know. I mean, I think it's cool that they added this, that I added a new functionality, a new way of playing it, but it's not really that entertaining because it's just grindy. Palm says kind of like PvP, I guess. Challenge awaits ahead. Yeah, and that, I guess, is kind of how it should be. Just it's taking me half an hour to get to the point where I still am not getting any damage. So I would assume that at some point I would, get to a point where it actually gets entertaining. And it shouldn't be half an hour of gameplay before it becomes entertaining. Because now this is basically negative conditioning, which we also kind of talked about in the podcast. So as soon as that comes out, listen to it and you know what that is. If you didn't already, which you probably do because it's not that hard of a thing. Just basic psychology. Really, really basic actually. I don't actually think there's an easier, faster way to progress through this unless you have, a faster team. Oh, gold. Ignatz, that's kind of cool. Like GK has with its infinite wildcards, that just makes it faster, but not much, I think. And having more energy or using berries or using whatever item doesn't get you higher faster as either, because, well, you can stop in between and then start from a higher tiered checkpoint, I guess, but apart from that, it doesn't really help much. Says if it's place to get collection filled 1500 OH, which is good. if it's placed to get collection field 1500 weight resistance. I don't really understand what you mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. Let's see. This and then that. That should give me a great combo, right? Not that it matters, because even without a great combo, I think I would have won. Pretty much. Oh, I didn't actually. Okay. Yeah, this is so entertaining. Oh, I can also spoil that in the podcast. I promised that I would do a stream as soon as how it came out. So, promise delivered before the podcast even came out. So, hey, whatever. I'll just do it, man. And that should make me win, probably. And it does. Pump who says if opponents in tower can be gotten for collection. Oh, yeah, but they can't because they don't drop. So, yeah. That's also kind of something I kind of, you know, dislike. I was hoping that apart from the prizes you get from clearing tiers and from apparently finding something on a wanted list, I also kind of was hoping that you would get drops, rare drops, like have 0.001% chance of getting 5 DM or something. And that is apparently not the case at all. And that I kind of find sad, to be honest. Come on. Oh no, I got damage. Whoa. I says there's 6, still 1 damage, but they have more HP. Yeah, they seem to be having more HP at this point as well than I noticed just now in the tier 2 and tier 1 and stuff, but still not much of a difference, and damage they deal is still 1, so that's not that interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan necessarily of this tower yet. I may become a fan at a higher rare or a higher tier, but at lower tiers I'm not really a fan much. And also because starting the tower at 55 energy, I wonder how much more it will cost at a higher um, tier. Because the higher tier you get, the higher the checkpoint, and how high the checkpoint, the more energy it costs to start from there. I'm wondering how much more that actually is. And I'm not going to go out to find out, because then I'd have to start over again, probably, if it's a huge price difference. And I don't want to do that. Yeah. So many questions, so little answers. Let's attack this guy. Alright. Then do whatever, because it doesn't matter much. Alright, that's that. Alright. Red and yellow. More red. That wasn't the smartest move I could make. Kind of stopped paying attention, which is a sign that I'm really, really bored. But that's not a good thing. DGK says, imagine Loemon, Lutamon, and Ophina. Because... I don't know, is that a good combo? That's probably a really noobish question of mine. But I don't, I don't mind admitting that I'm not the smartest person ever, so... may as well. Doesn't cost me anything. Loemon has wildcard generation. Luzamon, yeah, Loemon has replaced wild 2 turns, that's GTK. Then Luzamon, obviously, I think Larva mode he would be talking about would. Oh, Luce has all 9, and Ovina has +2 in 2 turns. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. I was thinking about Larva mode. I was thinking how does Larva mode and Ovina help? Yeah, Lucemon FM Legendary Rare. Yeah, okay, I get it. I get it now. That would make sense. Yeah, I was confused about the Larva mode and Alfina, but you mean another Luzamon. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that is actually good. So wild cards every turn, basically, from the second turn onward. Yeah, that would be fast as hell. Progression would be way faster and better. 4, 3, 2, I guess. Hmm. Yeah, I'll make a bad combo. Because the next turn I can use a wild card combo. Alright. Alright, did you guys just that on dual type? How would dual type work? Well, yeah, more attacks, obviously. And since they aren't all that strong, they would get more damage from that, but apart from that. As you guys can see, I'm clearly outsmarted by DGK in every aspect of this game. But that's no surprise to me anymore because I talk to him daily and he always teaches me new stuff. So, thanks for that, by the way. Alright, that's that. Then this, let's take out 2 of them. Do a brown combo, because whatever. Right. How long is one match of power actually gonna last? Because I was pretty much out of energy, so if it takes longer than 10 hours, I do have to get out to use up some of my energy. Probably not gonna take 10 hours, right? That would be really excessive. I hope it doesn't take 10 hours, that would be bullshit. Right. Alright, so I hate that loading takes that long as well. Tier 5 is unlocked and I get 2 bronze floppies, really, for Tier 5? Okay. Well, at least now they're Digivolved Digimon. I want to say Pokemon for some reason. So that looks more interesting at least. I wonder if it's actually more interesting because they probably still aren't strong. I mean, Shao is at Tier 6 and that barely any damage to him, so I'm assuming this, yeah, I'm pretty much killing them with one hit, so that part still isn't all that interesting. Let's do, like, it's better to do the red ones, I guess. Come on. It's getting a bit of, yeah, getting used to, because I'm on my laptop now. I normally don't do this on my laptop, as I said before, so I'm having a bit of a hard time with that. Alright, use the greens, the yellows, and the purplies. And I'm still getting 1 damage. Just 1. That's it. Right. I'm guess I'm guessing the feedback for this will be pretty much the same feedback I gave during PvP. make it a bit more difficult, or make it easier to progress through if you are clearly outclassing it. Because I think having to play 40 minutes, ooh, that is okay, okay. Oh shit, that was dumb. Oh well. I wanted to use a Shakamon, then Diapon then make a shit combo, then Diapon again, then use +2, but that's not what I did. That's not what I did. But I won anyway, so it doesn't really matter, because so I wouldn't have used a +2 anyway. Palm says Aunt, Duo, Digimon generally better against PvE. Are they? I mean, they barely deal any damage. Okay, against PvE they do deal damage, but still not all that much, right? I don't. Well, it depends on which one you use, but generally I don't really like multi-race Digimon because they're really weak. I like the concept of them, I just don't like them. They could potentially be really great, but they just aren't. Which is kind of sad. Yeah, okay. Okay, so if it's 9999, it's a lot of different. Yeah, okay. With a wildcard combo, then yeah, that is quite a bit of difference. But apart from that, okay, with the team you just suggested in the chat, it makes a huge difference. But otherwise, eh, that's my official response. Eh. Uh, can I fall asleep? I can probably fall asleep. Do you guys mind if I fall asleep? I mean, I'm actually in a bat, so that's how entertained I am by this tower, not PvP tower. At least now they don't die from one dive attack most of the time anymore, which I guess is better. Shai says, yeah, we do mind. Well, that's actually kind of too bad, because I may actually fall asleep. Oh, my arms are starting to hurt. Goodbye. Okay, that was that battle. The experience you gain from this is also pretty low, actually. And the amount of bits is also not great. I hope the sound quality is okay, because I'm actually using my laptop's internal microphone instead of my expensive microphone I'm using normally. DGK says Nightwolf, and Shy says I'm starting to take damage before using a loader. Oh, okay, I don't have a loader on my team, or something similar. Actually, now that I think about it, in a higher tier, I may actually be better off using a green mono team with Wildmon and stuff. I'm not sure, but I may be better off with that. That's a great combo. No, it's not. It's an awesome combo. Wait, why did I do that? I don't actually know why I did that. It makes no sense. I was strategizing, but I wasn't doing it well. I'm also drinking, by the way. Some lemony fruit water thingy. So if you hear some flowing noises, that's because I'm drinking. So we're actually at 45 minutes now. Oh my god. I am kind of distracted because someone posted spam on one of my videos again as a comment. So let me just report that fast. That's the third time today. And I've heard from other people with a YouTube channel like Pat and well, there was someone else. Well, I think Goo also said he had issues with a bot that was spamming bullshit on it, but yeah, I don't know, whatever. TK says I'm at 97% experience with 167 energy. Rip me. Oh, that is actually kind of sucky. It's not as bad as Sofia, which is 200 energy and 99%. And I'm not using that for days. I mean, dude. But yeah, it does suck. I've noticed that there is a leaderboard for this. I noticed that when I started, but is there actually, a price for getting to be number one or something? Because otherwise, why is there even a leaderboard? Does anyone know? Because I didn't see anything about prices. So I'm kind of assuming there isn't. Then maybe, I don't know. Or probably the same person who got to be number one in PvP will probably be number one in the tower now. With the current PvP system. So I'm talking about Taiki or Novaro. If he plays seriously. If he's even in here, I don't know if he actually participated in the beta. I haven't talked to him about it. Barely have to talk to him today, so. Well, okay. That's that battle. Loading. Tier 6 unlocked. 200 FP? Okay, so the tier unlock prices are complete bullshit. I hope they're gonna fix that, because that could actually be an interesting thing if you got something that was useful. And I'm talking about, small bits of DM items, like batteries or something, or crowns maybe even. Just something that you could kind of farm here. That would be interesting. Something that it's hard to get in other places, or not available in other places, possibly even. That would be interesting. GG cases, I don't remember getting FP. Then why am I getting FP? Maybe it's random. Shy says tier 7, still 1 damage after loader. Yeah, but that's after loader. I mean, that's like 30% more defense, which are 4.5-ish K, so that's quite a bit. Cases, yeah, continue capsule, floppies, ignots, PvP, crowns, and DM would be interesting, I guess he's saying. Or is he saying that he actually got that? Because I haven't gotten any of that, only floppies and inknots. Not PvP crowns, not DM, not continue capsules. I have gotten bronze floppies a couple of times. I've gotten, what am I doing? I've gotten bronze floppies a couple of times. I've gotten gold inknots a couple of times. I've gotten, FP. That's it. And apparently he actually got continue capsules, floppies, ignots, PvP crowns, and DM. I've gotten none of that. It's probably random then, in which case that is kind of crappy, because I think the tier reward should be the same for everyone. And maybe random drops or the whatever that is, the wanted Digimon thingies. Those should be different for everyone. Shy also says that he got a crown and gold ignot. Oh, and GSP as well. Oh. Why is everyone getting good stuff except for me? That's annoying. The developers probably hate me. Nah. Well, maybe they do. I don't know. I'm not always all that nice about the things they do. I mean, I try to be nice, but I can't always be positive. I have to be honest and fair in my things like podcasts and streams and whatnot. Oh, I got a notification on my phone that I'm live. As if I didn't know that. Okay. I actually already got it earlier. I just saw it now. Let's see. Let's do the red one. Because why not? Um, I don't actually know what to talk about anymore. Shy says boss after loader gives 183. At what here is that 7 still? That is actually quite a substantial amount of damage using loader. Because I'm assuming if you have loader then your entire team is blue. So that would be almost what, 1200 more defense? That's actually a lot. That's really a lot. Because it's 30%, right? Hmm. Oh, he only has 2 blue ones. Including loader, I'm assuming then. Because in that case, your defense would only go up a tiny bit. Like, probably 120-ish, right? 600. So 10% 60. Oh, then 30. So that is 180. Then it's 360 probably. Did you guys just level up in the tower? Oh, does that happen as well? Oh, of course it happens, because you gain experience. And because I lost 170 energy. Yeah, basically, that's kind of sad. Not something fixable, though. Not something they should fix, or can fix, really. It's kind of sad, though, that can happen. Hadn't thought of that. Oh. Oh, he actually survived. Well, then I'll use Diaper on him. Kyriakos says, where all Digimon Dragons still now? Where? We're all Digimon Dragons still now. We're all Digimon Dragons right now. Till now. I have no clue what that is supposed to mean. I'm very sorry, but I don't know. I really don't know what you're trying to say. Come on. Alright. Uh-huh. That should be a great combo. We're all Digimon Dragons still now. This should... No, it doesn't beat him. Why doesn't it beat him? I'm just gonna use Apollo right now so that I can use one wild combo. That should beat him, I think. And it doesn't, but hey, I've got Typhon, so I'm all good. Next up is... loading screen. Okay, next battle. Then we'll go to tier 4, tier 6 actually already, battle 4. I was aware that I was already in tier 6. I thought I was still in tier 4, or 5 maybe. But we've been playing for almost an hour. 56 minutes. Whew, that really does take a long time to get to anywhere, really. I'm wondering how many tiers there actually are, because I'm assuming it's not actually random and infinite. It would be cool if it's kind of procedurally generated, but I'm assuming it's not. Like, at all. True patience of what's going on with your mic. I have no clue, because I am not hearing it. But I'm assuming you're referring to the fact that I'm using my laptop right now with my built-in microphone instead of my expensive one. So the sound quality will probably be really, really low. But I was having technical difficulties, and I did what I could in order to stream as quickly as possible. So, I'm sorry, but it can't be helped right now. And that didn't actually do anything. Oh, wait, I'll do this. I'll do this, and this, and this. And then I can do this. And the patient says, nah man, don't worry. Okay. I wasn't really worrying, it's just I know that it's probably worse quality than it usually is, because my other microphone is pretty expensive, so it should be better than a built-in microphone in a laptop. Plus the laptop probably has gets influenced by the clicking of the key, what's it called again? Well, the mouse thingy. I forget words sometimes. Yeah, that's probably also kind of crappy, but hey, whatever. It's the best I could do. And when my PC screen is working again, my monitor is working again, I'll stream on my PC again. And then everything should be fine. Although, in the future when I'm traveling, I will use my laptop to do these kind of things, and I will try to set everything up so that I can actually, use it in a better way. But I was planning on doing that, I just haven't done it so far, because I'm lazy as shit. I'm basically using Shakamon to use Diapermon's skill second time. Basically every time. That's the only thing I use it for, pretty much. That's not that great of a use, but it's also not bad. Just, yeah. Should have found more Fatemon. I had... how many? 4, I think I have. But I used like 2... oh, a Gold Sloppy. I used like 2 batteries in the last couple of hours, and before that I hadn't done the stitch even once. So I'm gonna do the rest, the other two, I'm gonna make out of Digimon. Which, you guys probably saw the video from, what was the guy called again? What was the guy called? Gizcard, using 6 Fate money used, but 5 is plenty, to basically break PvE. Which I kind of already knew was possible. I had already thought of that, but never really done anything to make it actually happen because as I said, I'm lazy shit. That would be an interesting thing to do. And I thought it would be super OP in the tower, but apparently it wouldn't be so OP because I thought that your skill cooldown wouldn't reset after every match, but apparently it does. So that's, kind of at least different from what I expected. Not necessarily bad, just different from what I expected. They do have quite a bit more health right now, which I actually find annoying. I mean, it's a good thing, because it's sort of harder. Not really harder, but sort of. But, yeah. 1 hour and 2 minutes in, and we are at tier 7. Oh. I'm also not sitting at my desk, which makes me probably be hearable when I move because I'm sitting on a bed, and the vibrations from the bed will probably cause my mic to react to that, but hey, whatever. Light Dragoon says starting to take more than 1 HP of damage, lol. Okay, how much defense do you have and how far are you? Because those are the important things to know. Let's see, what's the best thing I can do? I think this would be the best thing I can do. Because then I would have a great combo. And then get a green combo as well. And another great. Excellent. Cool. That dealt quite a bit of damage. Now we'll do yellow, then we'll do green. And I should have transformed that blue one to brown, but hey, whatever. And that guy's beaten anyway. Now we'll go for that guy and do a wild combo aimed at something else. Well, it didn't really pick out that much. Like, at all. Not minus my defense is 2500, sadly. Working on another one to the burst, but it's taking a while, thank god, for Trading Zone. Oh yeah. But that doesn't tell me what tier you're at. I mean, I'm now at 7, still only getting 1 damage as far as I know. I haven't been paying attention, but I probably did get more than 1 damage, because I have a bit of damage. Oops. Whatever. What's the best thing I can do here? Fuck it, I'll just do a wild combo. What does it even matter? Right. We're currently at 11 viewers, so that is quite a bit. Welcome all. Even if you're not responding in chat, I appreciate that you're watching and I hope you're enjoying yourself. I'm not. Because it's pretty boring, actually. But yeah, I was hoping, yeah, I've said this a couple of times before, I think, in podcasts and streams and whatever, but it's basically my own fault that I'm kind of disappointed with the tower, because I just had my hopes up way too much, to the point where anything would have been bad, I guess, I think. So yeah, kinda sucks, but it's mostly my fault. Oh, I forgot. I still had a session open of TeamViewer on my PC. Oh well, close that. Yeah, that's still working. That's good. Um, now I don't see the chat anymore. That's kind of sad. Okay. Shai says tier 8 still alive. Is that supposed to mean that it's getting harder at tier 8 and that you're barely alive? Or are you saying that tier 8 was easy and you know, are still alive? Because those are two completely different things. Whoa, I barely did any damage on that guy. Interesting. Although that pretty much killed it. No, it's still easy as a Shai. I'm pretty much wasting all my 9+2s now. Because of Digimon's skill. So I'm probably gonna have to switch my team around a bit to be more effective in the tower. The thing is, I want to have Doraemon available as a healer. I want to use Digimon and Apollomon effect as quickly as I can to produce wildcards. So it would be better if Digimon wasn't a leader. Shakamon. I don't actually remember what Shakamon's leader skill is. Maybe I can make Shakamon my leader. I'm not sure what the leader skill is though. I'll have to look at that. But I know that Diapodmon as a leader would be really bad because his leader skill takes 3 turns and his only green cards will appear, which doesn't help at all. So, I kind of don't want any of them as a leader. But I'll have to look at Shaka's skill to actually make sure that her skills may possibly make her a better leader than Dukemon is right now. Because basically Dukemon's skill is completely useless, his leader skill. In how it is, at least. Because the world combo would take out the same enemies anyway that his leader skill now does. So it basically, first of all, wastes his main skill, but also his leader skill. So yeah, that I have to work on that. I have to do something with that. Just don't know what yet. I have to figure something out. Let's choose two. Dyphon, I mean. Next up is Tier 7 Battle 4. Did it really say that? I think so. I'm getting confused. Whatever. Angela says, I wonder what prizes you get waiting for 5 to 5 energy to start my tower. Well, you get prizes apparently for wanted Digimon, which are 20 Digimon that cycle every so many hours. But I haven't seen what the actual prizes are. I think batteries I saw amongst them and whatever. I actually have all 20 of them, but I don't want to go out to check what I'll get. And then for every tier reward you get either either floppies, which can be bronze too, or I've seen one gold. I'm assuming you can also get silver. I've heard from others, DGK and Shy, that they also got DM and what else? Batteries and crowns and stuff. I didn't. I did, however, get ignots, like gold ignots, but it seems to be random. So not everyone gets the same thing at the end of a tier, which I think is a mistake, because I think the tier reward should be the same for everyone. Just the drop that you get, which actually don't exist, should be different for everyone. And I think they should exist. But I'm not, perfect, so I may be oversimplifying things, but I think they should exist. DGK says that he's at tier 11 with his 3,152 defense. Yeah, well, that's my best answer. Oh, that didn't actually do as much as I thought it would. No, that's not. Light Dragoon says show off. I'm assuming that's against DGK, in which case I totally agree. What a dick. Nah, I'm kidding. Kinda. Let's do the browns, because then we also get yellow combo. Actually better. Slightly. But it doesn't matter because the Ryan one is done anyway. DK says it was my trial farming team just to see, but it actually works, lol. Oh, okay, that's cool. I don't have a specific team for trial farming. The art of this guy looks kind of weird. The Doraemon seems weird. Coloring seems off as well. Whatever. I'll use Pokemon again. That will probably be wasted. Then use him. And then use the wild card. Ow! I'm gonna have to sit differently again because my legs are starting to hurt. I'll move my pillow as well. Ow. Ow, 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 ow! Why does everything hurt? I have no clue. Well, actually I do, but whatever. Let's do that. That's goodbye, Lilymon. I'm gonna take my last sip of drinksies. I'm gonna use Diamond. Guess I'll do this. And Diamond again. I think I get damage now, but not much. I mean, I'm still not at a point where I actually have to pay attention to what I'm doing. Your 8 is unlocked. 500 FP? What can I do with FP? I have plenty of that. I don't care for it at all. Right. Use green now. I think this is gonna be a long stream. I mean, we're already 1 hour in. 1 hour and 15 minutes, actually. And I don't seem to be near my end. Near my, near the point where I can't get any further, but yeah. So it may take a bit. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. I thought maybe an hour, but it seems to be way longer. If you guys have suggestions for me to make my team faster or whatever, then let me know. Although, of course, I do kind of want to stay in this battle. I'm not gonna go out just to change my team, because that would cost a lot. Probably only have 20 energy right now, because I pretty much spent all my energy on getting in here. So I had about 60, I think, so I should have a bit over 20, but not much. So if I go out, I can't actually get back in, I think. T8 battle 2. I'm actually gonna have to take a pee break soon. That's what you get for drinking on stream. Try says you can go in. How do you know I can get in? Because it costs 55 energy at the lowest tier, right? Or am I wrong about that? Have I misunderstood that? Try just done the Dramon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to ask for a bit more information than done the Dramon, because that doesn't actually tell me anything. What did he say specifically? Oh fuck it! I'll just use Digimon. Right, and I'll use the wild cards on those guys. We're back down to 8 viewers, so some people actually left us. I'm kinda sad, but that happened. Ooh, that was quick. Come on, do it already. Mm-hmm. Goodman is already ready again. So I'll use that for the box. I'll use that one here. Then I'll use Digimon. And it's actually only one enemy. That's kind of disappointing. I should choose Digimon. That's more fun and takes less time. I don't even have used Apollo Month thingy. Shai says if you go out, you can go in from your last tier. Yeah, but it costs energy to get back in. Energy. I don't have energy. My energy is depleted. I have pretty much 25 energy. I know that you can get back in. I just know that I can't because I don't have energy that I can spend on getting back in. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say if you go out you can't get back in again ever. I'm actually kind of getting damage. 400, about 500 H per Digimon. Yes, Trapation understands energy! That's what I'm talking about. Energy! Yeah, I kind of said that excessively. I don't know why I did that. Sometimes I'm big. Shai says sorry I'm playing. Yeah, I understand. You are also kind of distracted. As am I. And probably everyone else. That didn't do as much as I wanted it to do. But I expected that, so whatever. Let's kill him off anyway. The next turn we'll use Digimon skill twice. Then what? Wait until Digimon is done again, I guess. Basically, it's just like PvP at this point. The only thing that really damages enemies is skills. So you may as well use shitty combos unless you need to heal. So that's what we're gonna do. Did you guys stay at 12? It's still 55? Oh. They said that it would scale up the amount of energy required. That's kind of weird. Yeah, I don't have 55 energy, so I wouldn't be able to get in anyway. Regardless. Alright, then I can use Diamond to kill off the last one. And then I'll use Apollomon to do this. I know that I often, fuck up my 9+2 combo to make it as efficient as possible, but it doesn't matter, because I still beat all the enemies in the end, so whatever, right? Whoops. I accidentally clicked next to my emulator instead of in it, so I almost paused the stream, I think. But nothing happened, so it was good. 4, 5, 6. Come on, yeah. I wish my laptop had a touchscreen, although that would also be crappy with a microphone, of course, because then I would tap the screen and that would influence the mic. That would probably not be good at all. I like touchscreens though. That's why I had a tablet, but my tablet doesn't. It's a Windows tablet, and it kind of, got worse. It was good, but now it's not that good anymore. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. You know what? I'll just use Shaka on only Typen, and then I can use. Oh, really? Then I can use this here, and then that is done. Oh, come on. This is taking too long. He's gonna die anyway. Okay. Now we're gonna load for a while. Are you guys having that too, that it's loading that long? Because I kind of find that not interesting. I want to say interesting, but I find it to be annoying. When will I have to start strategizing? Because so far I haven't really. If I happen to die, by the way, I'm gonna stop streaming and maybe I'll be back later. But I think that is my cue to start editing the podcast episodes. And, maybe have dinner, which is also almost about that time. So, yeah. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just gonna use Duke and Apollo, and then I'll do this. Guys, just keep playing. Nah. If I keep playing, that means that the podcast will be at least a day, will be released at least a day later. You guys probably don't want that either. And that's best case scenario, because so far, this week, everything has kind of been crappy and made me not be able to do things as fast as I wanted them to do. So, I'm expecting more setbacks. I would rather actually do that and have dinner, because dinner is also important. Without dinner, I won't be alive long. Well, if I skip dinner once, then keep playing Tier 9 level up, said Shy. What? Tier 9 level up? I have no clue. Wait, why was his skill done, but his not? That one has a... I don't know, maybe I made a mistake somewhere. Whatever, it doesn't matter anyway. Right, let's use that. And Shaka. Great. A lot of people assume I mean Shakumon when I say Shakamon, but Shaka is actually a different mon than Shakumon. Shakamon is not that great. It used to be pretty good back in the day when it came out, but Shakamon is way better, first of all. And secondly, it's a completely different mon. Way more interesting as well. Skill wise and stat wise as well. Only 6 people watching right now. Am I doing that bad? Like I actually care. I mean, I totally care about how many people are watching. Absolutely. Meh. Alright. Here comes the boss. Not really a boss level, though, I feel. Shy says just the tower. I don't understand. I really have no clue. I may be dumb. I mean, I don't think I'm particularly smart. I just don't understand. Shy says that bad. Okay. Oh, I got a silver floppy for tier 9? What? It's something useful at least. But I think Shy at this point is just trying not to make sense. I'm at Gen 9, by the way. Just to confuse me more. When am I gonna die? I wanna die soon, because I need to go to the toilet. And I wanna have dinner. Green, purple, excellent. Hello, Guao, or whatever it is. Sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Says, I wanted to see if it's worth to spend my energy on here or use them in defense. Um, well, that depends on your team. It depends on how far you can get. It depends on what drops you get, which seem to be random. Some people seem to have gotten batteries from clearing yeah, so if you gain one battery, then using 55 energy is actually a really, really good deal, because then you can actually use more energy on defense. However, I've gotten 0 so far. I mean, I have those one at Digimon, so potentially I can get a battery from there, but I'm not sure how high that chance is. Um, so I can't actually tell you whether it's worth spending your energy on, but if you're lucky, then it can be really, really be worth it, honestly. Then you have to be lucky. And Trap says, Shy is the new Taiki. Yeah. Apparently it's Shy and not Shike. Although I've been saying Shike all this time. Come on. And Shy says, no, I'm not. Kinda are. Well, not in the sense that you're the new top player. Nope, nope. But more in the sense of making little sense. Sometimes, um, you know, like he has kind of a tendency to say things and I don't really understand. I have to actually ask him often what he says, or actually ask someone else. They actually are dealing quite a bit of damage at this point. In 500-600 each is not bad, but because it takes so many turns for them to actually attack, by the time they attack again, I've healed up again. So it's still not really that interesting. They also don't take as much damage anymore, so using cards is pretty much useless unless you get like a great combo or something, or a wild combo, but otherwise pretty much useless. So yeah, yeah, that kind of gameplay is not really particularly interesting to me. Hmm. Um, Crap says, yeah, you're right, the female alien is much more confusing. The female alien? Alright. Shai says, I'm an artist. What do you expect? Oh, an artist, I think. Okay, well, everyone is an artist in some way, theoretically. Pelugua says, yeah, I see, it's about luck. Everything is about luck. Everything in life is about luck, if you boil it down to it. Although you create your own luck, honestly. Although in this case, it's more about RNG, random number generators. And perhaps that female alien is stuck. Yeah, I figured that. I just don't understand why. Jeez, we're already 1.5 hours in. Okay, so this is the boss again. Alter Carpeterium. Use Typen and then... Oh, don't press leave. Next battle. E9 battle 3. Okay, I'm gonna go for Cutemon first, even though that's a bad decision, because you should go for the one with the lowest amount of turns, but Cute one just needs to die as quickly as possible. Guy says I have autism. Yeah, pretty much everyone has autism. Only some people have it more severely than others. There's a scale of autism, I believe, and everyone scores on it. So basically, everyone has a form of autism. Trapasian says cute mon lives matter. Fuck off. All lives matter except for cute mons. And I'm not one of those people that says all lives matter and mean that black lives matter less or something. Because some people actually do that in America, but Americans, sometimes they're a bit strange. But I actually do believe that all lives matter, including ants, snails, any kind of animal. I don't see myself as a Buddhist. Other people tend to, tell me I'm Buddhist. But I don't like to be labeled that way. I don't like to be labeled in any way, honestly. But I do believe that any life matters, and therefore I try not to kill anything. That's why I don't eat meat. Well, one of the reasons I don't eat meat. There are plenty of reasons I don't, and I'm not gonna list them because that is, you know, kind of personal on one hand, and on the other hand, nobody really cares anyway. So, um, yeah. Anyway, what was I trying to say? I think actually all life matter, but Kyudmon, totally an exception. Prep says, "Can I get your respect if I say Agumon Hakase is Digimon God?" Nope, because he is not. He is just someone that works at the Digimon University, or a student at the very least. I'm assuming he works there now. TK says I'm at tier 13 and he got 1.7k damage and died. Oh my god. Well, I'm assuming I can't get to 13 then, but getting there would probably also still take, well, another hour. I'm not looking forward to that. And Trap says, damn DJK, you suck. And Shy says, Yggdrasil is the Digimon God. He's not technically, though. He's the Tree of Life. The Tree of Life is not God. Angelo says, Agumon Hakase is food for Greymon. I mean, yeah. I'm not even gonna respond to that. And DJK says 3,152 defense for. Oh, it's his farming team. Oh, so I may actually be able to go past where you died. That's sad because I want to die pretty soon as I can, really, because I want to get out of this hell. Not literally, but oh my god, it's so boring, and I just want to, go to the toilet, have dinner, and start doing my work so that Citrus won't be mad at me. Citrus may actually kill me over this. No, I probably won't. I'm assuming he won't. I hope he won't. DGK says, Trap says no excuses. DGK says, Argument Hacker says, sells for 1k per level. Yeah, that's actually a pretty high amount. Argument Hacker say lives matters, he says. At Hacker say, not hashtag, just at. And Shy says, I just got out. Oh, I just got out of the tower. Okay. Because you lost, or because of another reason? Because you didn't want to, for example, to play further. Patient says, fuck citrus coming straight from the underground. It's not a nice thing to say. Citrus is my buddy, okay? Without citrus, no Pokemon Heroes. Unless someone replaces him. So... No, but Pokemon Heroes was Citrus's ID, so... If he decided to quit, I'd probably quit as well. It's kind of his thing that we do together and post on my YouTube channel, but it's still kind of his thing. Guy says the tower is too long and can I replace him? As I just said, nah. I don't think anyone really can. Because of the reason I just mentioned. One hour and 40 minutes. Oh shit, this takes so long. I mean, it's an infinite tower, so it should take long, but I'm not really seeing any results also, and it's still pretty boring because you still don't really, I still don't feel like there's any threat. Yeah. After I've had dinner, I may actually go to the forum to see if there's a feedback thread yet. Although people will probably already have mentioned everything I'm gonna mention, but still, they need feedback on this. Although honestly, I don't know much about how to make it better, I guess. Well, I've mentioned some things, but I don't know. Whatever. Shy says you need to get out for more rewards. Yeah, that's also kind of stupid. You need to get out to get your rewards from the, the Digimon you found that were wanted. And Trap says feels bad, man. Yeah, I don't actually know what he's talking about, but yeah, sure, it feels bad. Anything feels bad if you do it too long. Yeah, you got what I meant. I hope. Um, okay, one more open. Then we'll go to Duke. Come on, Duke. Then Apollo. And what cards? And Pep says, that's my boy. Okay. I didn't think I was anyone's boy. I thought I was my own person, but whatever. What do you guys think about the Agumon Hakusei that I have in the corner of my screen right now? I actually kind of want him on the other side of the screen, but I kind of like him there. So I guess it's not that bad. Teacher cases he got 25 DM for unlocking tier 14. That's nice. I haven't gotten any DM so far, so I would like some. Shy says I'm rank 135. 53, sorry. 153. In Dutch, the numbers are reversed, which is bullshit, but that always confuses me. I wonder what I rank, what rank I'm at, but I will probably see when I get out, and not earlier. So, we'll have to wait. Because I'm not getting out before I get beaten. Jason says he's covering the Google Play advertisement though. Oh, you're right. But who cares? Because it's not my ad, and I don't actually get paid for it to have it there. So I don't actually get paid, period. But you know, well, I do. What's it called? Monetization on, but that doesn't really help much. Guys, it's the tower. It's slidable. Yeah, I assumed that. Ooh, I'm actually getting a danger sign now, so he must be strong. Let's see if I can beat him in one go. I'm assuming yes. Yeah. And our cannibal says, hello, hello back. Next battle. It feels like the money I'm getting is also going down. I'm already at tier 10, battle 2. How do you enjoy the tower, Doc Catapulta? It's boring, isn't it? And so far the rewards I've been getting, I've also found quite boring and not interesting at all. Although I hear from DPK that he got DM and batteries and PvP crowns and whatever. I only got like floppies and stuff and bullshit like that. Dark Edibles, it feels like this season of PvP. Yeah, I also said it before a bit. And Trapezian says, "Oh man, this my N-word fatty hug emoji." Okay, I don't condone that language. Okay, that's racist, I guess. Although if no one made such a big deal about the word, I wouldn't be a big deal. But that's my opinion. Um, Dark Catapult says, "My N Trapezian kill emoji." Okay, you guys are weird. TGK says, "Forgot skill and died." Ooh. Dark Catapult says, "Wolf, you sound different this stream." That is because I'm doing it differently. I had technical difficulties with my PC, and because of that, I'm using my laptop, and I haven't really set everything up. And I'm also not using my expensive microphone. I'm just using the built-in microphone. So obviously the sound quality is lower. Um, so yeah, that's why it's different. Trap says, I mean, he has dog in his name, so. And Shy says, which tier, and dog cat was, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, it does make sense, because I said it. What tier am I at? I'm at tier 10 still, I believe. Tier 10, yep. And dog cat was, yeah, you sound like a 10-year-old. How do I sound like a 10-year-old? How would my mic make me sound like a 10-year-old? That's kind of a weird thing. How would that work? Hmm. Well, whatever. I don't mind. Secondly, this is actually not Wolf, it's its 10-year-old cousin. And, taken over his stream. I don't actually have a 10-year-old cousin. Perhaps says, doesn't he always though? Oh my god, thanks. Um, I I wasn't aware that I sound like a 10-year-old. People always told me that my voice is quite low, so but I don't actually think it isn't. It is, but I don't actually think it is. But whatever. People tell me that, so it must be true. Because I can't actually hear my voice. Unless when I listen back, in which case I think, oh my god, what is that? Horrible! But yeah. Already almost 2 hours in. Lol, Wolf sounds like a real man, usually. Okay. Oh, maybe it's because I shaved my beard. That makes my voice, of course, less manly. Obviously, that's how it works. Yeah, totally, that's what it is. Traps as defined real. I guess a real man, the definition of a real man is someone with a penis. Hey, that could be my definition. I don't want to force my definition upon you. Shy asks if I'm high. I have never been high, and I don't think I ever will be. I kind of want to try weed sometimes, but because it's sort of legal in the Netherlands, but not really. It's yeah, they don't enforce the law, but yeah, there are laws against it. Anyway, I kind of wanted to try, and I ended up not doing it because I'm afraid that I will get hooked, basically. Yeah. And Trap says, we're all high in here. Talking about he got a masculine voice. Do I know? Because now I sounded like a 10-year-old. Trap says, I don't think I'll ever be, between quotation marks. That's what they all say. Yeah, they probably all do. Except for in the Netherlands, because everyone is so cool because they've smoked weed. Yeah, well, whatever. Heal up, because I'm actually in need of healing. That is starting to be kind of interesting. Because I'm actually getting damage. It's happening, guys, it's happening! Oh. Takara says that I usually sound masculine, but this stream I do sound like a 10-year-old. Okay. Well, that's nice to know. Alright, so now I'll use Digimon. And whatever his face, I'll pull him on. And I'll go for the wild attacks. I'm kind of disappointed as well that the tower is only a 2-day event and not an always on thing. Guy asked me if I'm tired. I'm always tired. I don't want. Next. Next battle. Tier 10, battle 4. I am getting tired of this boring gameplay though. Savage. I'm such a savage. Not really. I kind of feel like playing another game. Smell dinner. Now I'm getting really hungry. Hmm. 2, 3, 4. Abort mission. We're getting too much damage. But seriously, let's continue. Because I actually like getting damaged. Because that means that it's getting to the point where it might start getting entertaining. You know what? I'll use Digimon. Why not? Hmm. I'll use Weapon twice, and then I'll use a wild attack on the next turn. Yeah, next round. That's what I meant. Um, right, so that is quite a bit of damage. Now I'll go for green, I guess. Oh, I misclicked again. So I was out of my emulator again. Whoa, the catapulta wrote like an entire book in a comment. Let's try to read it. Like they give standard Digimon rewards on Tower at the moment. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna do this quickly. We want decent slash low tier rewards when it's easy, but a higher ranked reward should be something super good, like a bird capacity. The rewards are too shitty at the moment. And Crisis Jets, I'm tired. I think the rewards are shitty, but I don't actually like the idea of getting a burst capacitor because burst capacitor is completely useless at this point. Because I already have 10 that I don't really have anything to spend it on because I don't release enough valuable free-to-play Digimon. Um, so to me, a burst capacitor would be useless as well. But I do think that at higher tiers it should give you something better. I mean, when you finish tier 1 and get I don't know, a bronze floppy, that's fine. But when you get one at rank 10 or tier 10, you get another bronze floppy. What the fuck is that? That's not a reward. That's like almost a punishment. A punishment for doing too good. So I do agree on that part at least. Let's do the wild attack, and then after that use Jukemon and Apollomon. And I guess Lightning. Why not? And I guess Lightning twice. Because why not? I thought I won anyway. And you can't bring your skills to the next level. So, which I was actually expecting. See, like, Stereo 11 on like 500 FP, that's not a reward, that's a punishment. You're doing too good. Here's 500 FP. Off and a bitch slap. That's how that feels. At tier 11, I would expect, maybe a gold floppy, which isn't even that good. Or some, like 5 or 10 DM or something would be great, but come on. FP? And actually, if the rewards were better, I wouldn't mind the gameplay being a bit boring. But now the gameplay is boring, and the rewards are shit. Guy says get out while you can. No, I won't get out until I get defeated. I'm not gonna give up. I'm gonna be very best. Like no one ever was. Okay? Catch a Digimon is my real test. And to fuse them together is my cause. I will travel across the tower, searching far and wide. I need Digimon to understand the power that's inside. Digimon? Right? That's the theme song of Digimon, right? Or what? DK says OMG. I can sing good, can't I? I can sing well is the actual proper grammar, but fuck grammar. Caterpillar says, obviously that's the theme song, yeah. Uh, and Shy says, please have mercy. Uh, yeah, thanks. I like you guys too. I know that it all comes from the bottom of your heart. That, icky black pool of darkness that you call a heart. It all comes from there. Crab says, "Are you gonna sing? I'm excited for this." I just did. I finished it already. Weren't you here? Cannibal says the Pokemon theme song is Pokemon, Pocket Monster Champion. Something like that. And DJK is a fucking dick. He gets another 25 DM for unlocking 15. Well, fuck you too. Hey, bad design I'm on. Fuck you. Well, no. That's not nice of me. It's a nice guy. I just don't like what they did with the tower because the rewards are so shitty. And I'm getting Yeah, I'm getting kind of crouchy because of that. Kind of, aggravated. Shy asked me whether I'm hungry. Yes, I am. That's why I want to die. But I'm actually close to dying now. Whatever. I'll attack Big Bat. Still. Monthly one. After that, I'm gonna aim at Honeymoon though, because those. Oh, wait, those also have 2 turns. Well, let's heal up. Clark says hopefully it will be better on the actual release. It may if we give them enough good feedback. And I think I've actually lost at this point. I think I've actually lost. Shag asked whether I want a burger. I don't know what a burger is, but I'm assuming it's a burger. You can actually use continues in the tower. Why can't you use continues in the tower? And Doc says, yeah, let's give them some ideas on how to fix it. Basically, you can catch your way out of the tower by just using a lot of continue capsules. Well, it's actually good because now continue capsules pretty much have a use, which they never had. But apart from that, let's leave. That should not be possible. That's bullshit, said Doc. Well, I agree. Little bits. 101,000, I mean, and 845, and call XP 115,000 and 65. Only once per entry, says GTK. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes more sense then. Alright, let's get out and see what other rewards we get, and how to claim them. So, ranking, I am at rank 26, actually. That's not bad. How can I be rank 26? Direwolf is only 8. Giscard is 4. Alfaro is 1, and DGK is 2! What? And let's go here. Can I just press collect and then I get all those 3 things? Because that's not even that much to get, honestly. So I get a gold floppy, I get a battery, and I get 500 FP. That's actually kind of a disappointing reward, to be honest. And why is it reloading now? Can I get more now? Okay, so now I can get more by getting those. Huh. But then I have to do tier 1, tier 3, tier 7, and tier 11 again. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna go through the entire thing, play 2 hours again, for 1 GSP ticket and 25 DM and some bits. What the hell? But yeah, starting at this actually costs 55 now, and the cost is basically lower for the lower tiers now. It doesn't go up, it goes down to at least 20. So that, what the fuck? So it costs me more, basically more, because it costs me more time and more and the same energy to start at tier 1 as it does to start at tier, I don't know, 3, 4, 3, yeah, 3. That's dumb. Yeah, tier 1, because this Devimon, the Elecmon and stuff, they only appear in tier 1. Then these guys only appear in tier 3. These guys only appear in tier 7. These guys only appear in tier 11. So I have to play all those tiers again to get 1 GSP and 25 DM. That is bull. Well, Anyway, that was the tower. I tried it out once. I'll do a free spin. I may try it out again, and I might stream that as well because it is quite an interesting new thing. I'm just not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure about what I'll do and how I'll do it, but we'll see. I hope I can get my PC to work so that I can use my better stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you guys here. How full is my inventory now? Probably really, really full. Oh my god. It's also a thing. Things you actually get, you claim immediately. You claim immediately without any repercussions, even if your inventory is full. So it gets to be really, really, really full, which is crappy. Forever. Let's see. Hang on. I'll. So, oh god damn it. I'll sell these quickly. Then I'll go to your comments, and then I'll go quit the stream. um, Caterpillar asks, maybe the tier stand for the lowest tier they appear on. I don't think it's the lowest tier they appear on. I think it's the tier they appear on, but I'm not sure. We'll see. Travel Ty says, what is your wanted list like? Wolf, this is my current wanted list. So like some Digimon in tier 1, some in tier 3, some in tier 7, some in tier 11, and then you get 1 GSP, some bits, which who cares, and 25 DM. So it's actually not that great. Angela Torres says, you can also leave the earlier ones after defeating the ones you want and start again from higher to but then it costs extra energy, which isn't always worth it. Dark Caterpillar says, because I saw Gilmon appear in 3 and 4. Yeah, well, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's a specific one that's only in that tier. I don't know. DGK says, okay, I'm Walt. Rest in peace. Forever Long Time says, rest in peace, Diet Kong. Yeah. So, that's that. I'm gonna go for now. I hope you guys have fun in the tower, and I hope you guys had fun watching my stream. What tier am I at? Says Forever Long Time. I'm at tier 11. I'm currently rank 28 because I got to tier 11 battle 2. So that's. Oh, and he asked what tier to GK, of course, not to me. Why did he? Okay, well. Rip Diet Coke says. Catapult. Oh my. Alright. Well, with that bad pun of Dark Catapulter, I'm gonna leave you guys. And hopefully next stream will be better. I'll have to figure out how to make things better because my PC might not work when I stream again, and my laptop isn't ideal. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Or possibly the podcast, whatever arrives first. Although I won't actually see you guys, but you guys will hear me. Bye!